Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Calerico, and today I will be teaching you how to add, subtract, and multiply decimals. So first let's start off with addition. So let's take this example, 1.7 plus 4.9. So in adding decimals, first we need to align the decimal of each number together and place it where it all lines up. So it lines up right about here. Then we would start by adding all the numbers on the right and moving our way towards the left. So let's add 7 plus 9, so which is 16. So we put down a 6 and carry the 1 and add 1 plus 1 plus 4, which is 6. Now let's take another example. 1.23 plus 1.5. Now as you can see in this example, the decimal is not aligned because we need one more digit on this side to make it all aligned. But 1.5 is also equal to 1.50. So we would rewrite the problem as so. 1.23 plus 1.50. Now the decimal place is aligned and we can place the decimal point where it aligns. Right there. And now we would start by adding from the right and working our way towards the left. So 3 plus 0 is 3, 2 plus 5 is 7, and 1 plus 1 is 2. So our answer is 2.73. Now that is how you add decimals together. And now I'll be teaching you how to subtract decimals. So when subtracting decimals is basically the same thing as adding, except we would be doing the operation of subtraction. So first, we would make sure our decimals are aligned together, and we place the decimal where it aligns. Next, we would start from right to left, but this time go about subtracting. So 5 minus 8, we can't do that, so we have to borrow from the 6. So we make that a 5, and add a 10 here, so it would be 15 minus 8. Which is 7, and then 5 minus 3, which is 2. So our answer is 2.7. Now I'll show you another example. 7.58 minus 2.1. So as you can see from this example, the decimal is not aligned. But as we learned from the addition example, 2.1 is also equal to 2.10. So we would rewrite the problem as so. 7.58 minus 2.10. And now we see that our decimal is aligned, so we place our decimal down where it aligns. So right around there. And now we would start off by going from right to left and subtracting. So 8 minus 0 is 8, 5 minus 1 is 4, and 7 minus 2 is 5. So our answer is 5.48, and that is how you subtract decimals. And now I'm going to teach you how to multiply decimals. So multiplying decimals is a little different than adding and subtracting, in the sense that we don't need to worry about the alignment of the decimals. So let's take this example, 2.3 times 4.5. So when multiplying decimals, we can just ignore the decimal altogether. So we can rewrite it as 23 times 45. And now we would go about multiplying this. So we'd start off by multiplying 3 times 5, which is 15. Carry the 1. And 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1, which is 11. And now we remember when multiplying decimals, we need to move over one place. So we put the 0 down here, and we multiply 23 times 4. So 3 times 4 is 2, carry the 1 again, 2 times 4 is 8, and 8 plus 1 is 9. And we would add this together. So we get 5, 3, and 10. And now we would go back to our original problem, and we would put in the decimal places. So in order to put the decimal place in the right spot, we need to count the total number of places the decimal has moved. So in this one, the decimal has moved one place, and in this one, the decimal has moved another one place. So that means the total of decimal places moved is 2. So we move the decimal place 2 times. So our final answer is 10.35. And that is how you multiply 2-digit decimals together. And now let's look at an example where we're multiplying 3 digits by 2 digits. So let's look at this example. It's 1.62 times 2.5. So the approach is the same as the other problem, where we would just ignore the decimal and rewrite the number as if it had no decimal places. So we write it as 162 times 25. And now we would go about multiplying this number together. So we'd start off by multiplying 2 times 5, which is 10, carry the 1, 6 times 5 is 30, plus 1 is 31, carry the 3, 1 times 5 is 5, plus 3 is 8. And now we have to move over one place. So we place the 0 down and multiply 162 times 2. So 2 times 2 is 4, 6 times 2 is 12. Carry the 1. 1 times 2 is 2, plus 1 is 3. And now we would add this together. So 0 plus 0 is 0. 1 plus 4 is 5. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 1 plus 3 is 4. And now we would take this number and go back to our original problem and figure out where to put the decimal places. So as I mentioned in the last problem, the decimal place goes where the total number of decimal places are in the original problem. So we'd count the number of decimal places in the first number. So 1, 2 decimal places. And in the second number, 1 decimal place. So there's a total of 3 decimal places. So we'd move the decimal over 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So our final answer is 4.050. And that is how you multiply 3 digits by 2 digits with decimals.